Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to do an update on what's going on with dragon fruit. Okay, so Gary already potted all the dragon fruit up. He cut some of them that were real long. He did one of ours. This is one of ours. He tied his in green, and he tied all the ones he bought in pink. So this way he knows which are which. His grafts, they actually look like they took. Remember, he did this a while ago. They're growing. So we'll have to see. It still takes time. And then here, this is what I've been doing today. Oh, this is a piece that he had before and it took off everywhere. I can't remember what type it is, but he knows. My daughter gave him that. It was a little piece. See how it's gone in all directions? I've been now potting up mine. Oh, look what I have to do in here. There's like, I don't know. I can't guess. 20, 30, 50. Those are the small seedlings that I planted in that container. And then these were the other seedlings that I've now planted in bigger pots. Let's walk out here for a moment. If you're interested in how I'm doing it like nobody else does. I know that. I'm doing it very different. I've got kitty litter, Miracle Grow. I'm using potting soil of any type you can. This is where my project's been all day. But I have decided to try something. I know it's small, but I'm going to plant this one in my bird garden straight into the ground. I've got these potted up, and I make these stands. I'll show you if you're really interested how to do it. Just message me underneath. Say, yes, I want to know, because you might be able to use it for other plants. I make it like a doll stand. Any of you that know what a doll stand is, that's what I'm doing here. And that is going to support it. I'm going to tie this up with a little yarn. But I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one. Let's walk over through the garden today. This is what I've been doing, working in the garden. Isn't it beautiful? Look how green everything is. Look at this. Is that gorgeous? It's some sort of brassica, just a hybrid, but beautiful to make green drinks. All right, so I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to start one in this area. I've got the fountain there, and the reason I'm going to do it here is I'm here all the time. Let's put this here, and hopefully I won't drop it and end the plant's life before I get to it. Now, these pots have very large holes on the bottom. That's how I grow a lot of plants throughout my garden for multiple reasons. If I'm worried about gophers, then I make smaller holes. If I'm worried about water retention, I want to make sure water stays in there, then I make just bigger holes just to hold the water, so I know when I water a pot, it's going to go directly to the plant. Otherwise, if I water here, I always tell you there could be an underground river. You're watering. I don't have a plant here. Yeah, let's say, oh, look at all our brassica babies. I could be watering that plant, but it can go underground and go that way, and the plant may not get water. Obviously, those are. I didn't even see those. So, I'm going to plant one dragon fruit in here. Now, that is exactly how I planted mine many years ago with a bigger piece. It was a cutting that had come off of somebody else's that came off the street. It was on the street curb growing. And I just stuck it in there, and for a couple years, it went all over. I never trimmed it, so it kind of sent out like a hand all over the place, but I can't complain. That's where I'm getting all the dragon fruit. I'll show you that in a minute. Gonna plant in there. I'm gonna use my kitty litter mix. Again, half potting soil, half kitty litter. I wash it, and I get the one with no perfume, plain clay. It is I believe it's called non-clumping. So it's just the cheapest, really the cheapest. This is going to go over here, and it's going to keep it protected from something walking over. So let me show you my dragon fruit that I did that way years ago. Now, it wasn't a seedling. It was a small cutting I had got. Remember my dragon fruit? This is the dragon fruit. Look at this. It has taken over the yard. Oh, look at this. I can get you in. Oh, look at this. Look. There's my dragon fruit. I did everything wrong. If somebody told me how to grow it today, they would say, what the heck did you do? You don't do it that way. See what I allowed my dragon fruit to do? Stuck the piece in there. It sent out all these arms. They go down the wall everywhere. And that is my dragon fruit in my garden. So I didn't do it the right way. Okay, don't tell the plant, because all this dragon fruit that's growing, and it's on the other side of the wall as well. You probably just barely see through there, all the dragon fruit. It was all done wrong. You're supposed to trim it, let one stalk go up, take care of it. Well, that's probably why it took a couple years till it grew fruit, because it was trying so hard to let me back up, get all over my garden. Okay, I'm not complaining. So I just did it. I figured like Mother Nature, an arm would fall off, go into the ground, set root, and go. I didn't do anything. I didn't even know what to do. Nobody at the time told me what to do. It was quite a few years ago now. I don't know, 5 years ago? So anyways, there it is. It's growing all over. Oh, isn't that pretty? It makes such a beautiful sound. Okay, and then it's going all through here. I've got a dragon fruit set up on the top there. So it's kind of wild, but what I'm going to do is do a lot of cuttings off that. See all those arms going all over? I don't need all that, especially the ones that bite me. And yes, let me tell you something. They bite because they have thorns. So I'm going to do the yellow one that way. Let's go back to where the yellow one's going. There's been birds in here all morning today. I came out here, had coffee, and then just started to get to work. So that's going to be the first one. Will it take, I don't know, will that tiny thing grow? Maybe if I do it right. I'll do it right this time, right? Maybe if I take care of it, nothing gets to it. So there it goes. It's going to go in there. We'll water it, and you and I will watch it on garden tours. And if it starts to grow next year, we can step back and go, cool. And if it doesn't grow, it's just a plant. That's what I always tell you. Just pull it out, put something else in there. Look at all my brassicas growing that I planted with the auger. And that should work out really, really well. If it grows, then I can have it going in all different directions. In fact, if it grows, I might pull some of these geraniums, maybe that one there, and have one going up that way. But if it takes off, it could take this whole wall off. And that's the whole idea. Look at this, Malabar spinach. It has nowhere to go. Oh, Mommy, put me somewhere. No, it can stay right there. It's fine. I moved the bucket there, but I can shift something around. I can't shift it once it starts to grow because that has a massive hole underneath, and I'll upset the plant if I do it. So once that takes off, I'm going to leave it. But I can move any one of these. I can move this and put another one here, and maybe I'll do one of my own cuttings. Let me back up. Maybe I'll graft. I could do one of my own cuttings, and on one side, I could graft what Gary bought at the dragon fruit event. He got enough. I could steal an eye off of one of them or something. So we'll see, but we'll come back. We'll check that in a few weeks and see if it's still alive. I'll walk by and try to remember on my garden tours. We can take a peek. I don't think anything's going to eat it, and I'll get that planted, and we'll wait and see what happens. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. I'm so excited to see how it goes. Bye-bye.